What's up everyone, it's Alfred. I'm back with another video. Today's pretty special, mainly because I'm going to be playing while doing two other tournaments. Over here we got a 215, 8 max turbo Freezeout, the WCOOP, only reason why I'm playing it. And I have a heads up hyper turbo here, which is a 750 buy-in. And it's going so well. It's going pretty well right now. We have $52 in bounties, but can't really find many cards. Other than that, yeah, today's like the first time that I'm playing a tournament session. Mainly because this Saturday I'm free. It's very rare that I get free time, like more than 5-6 hours just to run a tournament session. I'm gonna limp with the 5-4 suited, calling the 7-8 suited, and mainly just trying to sun run my way into 215, to be honest. Late reg just ended. I'm also playing two tournaments on the side on Party Poker. Just prefer to stay anonymous on that site, so won't really be showing any action on those tables. Looks like we get called. We 3-bet early position and we get called. It's pretty important to note that he can have jacks and tens here full frequency. Either way, I'm just gonna simplify by betting small. I'm gonna ISO the king jack, and we're gonna be calling a 3-bet here on board 2. Even though it's a monotone board here, on these hyper turbo, I'm just gonna bet stack off, to be honest. So we see a check on board 2. I think our hand's something that we want to be realizing equity. There's a lot of good turns for us. So I think checking is like a more favorable play, especially since he will have traps such as aces here. Just gonna call a small bet on the turn. The queen jack can go either way. Bet or check. I think in this format, I'm just going to be going for a bet. And we're going to see a jam on board 1. So it's a pretty easy fold for us. And I think I'm calling a raise here with the backdoor flush draw. And I think on board 2, I'm leaning towards fold because he does have a lot of these like king queen hands that will be that can value bet this river. Time dot on the queen jack hand. I think folding's fine on that flop. We're really short stacked anyways. Man, this might not be the best video since it's kind of hard to focus. Maybe I shouldn't have recorded, but let's just do it anyways. 7-8. We have 2 overcards, backdoor flush draw. Mostly checking. Gonna be calling with the middle pair here. And we're gonna be calling a small bet here since we do have the backdoors. And I'm gonna be value betting the jack here on board 3, the hyper turbo. And basically just gonna be playing extremely nitty into 215. There's like nothing we can really do. We have like 2 insanely strong players here on the left. I'm gonna 3-bet jam the ace queen here. We have around 2x starting stack, but I don't know how much, if that means anything. This guy's a pretty big bounty. I think he's gonna be folding a lot, so we can jam pretty wide. Gonna be folding ace-8 off against an early position. And gonna be limp calling the king 7. I think at a 30 big blind stack depth, we're just limping a lot. At least that's how I imagine it. We have middle pair. We can start betting a bit. Looks like we have a short stack into big blind. Just one thing to note, he also has a lot of real money hands played. gonna be 3-betting a non-all-in size on the hyper turbo, calling off. Once we get like above 30 bigs, I don't think we're gonna be. Oops. I don't think we're gonna be 3-bet jamming a lot. King deuce off is like close. I'm actually not really sure what I'm doing in the heads up, to be honest. I don't even know the ranges. Just a warning if anyone's like looking for strategy in that aspect. Got a limp pot on board too. I'm just gonna lead out with my middle pair. Just gonna be checking down the ace-7 suited. And I think we can go for some check raises or even just call on board 1. I'm going to be folding against a 2x overbet. Not sure if I'm opening the king jack here. And I think we're going to be checking this river. He does river some kings and whatnot that are never folding. So then on this board, ace king 4, I think we just bet a lot, but we're pretty short stacked, so I think I'm going to try and realize some turn equity. I think now we can just bet for value. And on the river, we'll be betting for value again. Not sure what sizing to take though. Going to be 3-betting the jack 10 off. And he does call. Didn't really see what happened in the, yeah, we chop with the king queen. I think I'm just gonna go for a small bet. Just simplify the play again. Gonna see what happens here against the button bet and then the small blind raise. Looks like it's just a fold. We're bleeding a lot in the hyper turbo, but there's only around 65 players remaining. I think when we just commit on the flop, we're just going to barrel this ace. It's just really good for us. Hopefully he folds. On the river, I think we just have a clear jam here. Just not a clear jam, actually. Trying to decide whether he's ever going to be folding his ace queen. Yeah, I think we're just giving up here. Once he calls that big bet on the turn, he pretty much just has like so many ace X here. And he has a flush draw, which sucks. Maybe we should just went with our initial instinct on jamming. But I don't think it's the best spot to barrel jam. He's going to have a lot of like ace queen that never folds. The only thing that I'm really trying to put in a tough spot here is something like ace 10, ace 9 suited, those kind of hands. Can't go for squeeze here normally with king queen, but the problem is that they're short stacked, so we won't have much playability. Just trying to see cheap flops into hyper turbo, like this one, where we can start min betting and generating folds. You can see a bet, and like I said before, they're short stacks, so we don't have we can't really play much. Flopping a middle pair. Decide to check back this time. I'm gonna call. The way the hand played out, I'm pretty sure we're just calling on the river. Can even value bet very thinly against like a deuce or something. Gonna fold the ace deuce suited. Gonna get 3-bet. I think that ace queen off will make a good 4-bet bluff. But this is a pretty big 3-bet, so generally to these sizes I just fold. Unless I see otherwise. I'm gonna go for a set mine with the 4s. And it doesn't look like we're sun running. I think we're just gonna want to show it down. But we do flop a set on board 1. Kind of the wrong board, right? I'm gonna go for a check raise here. There's a lot of 2 pairs like king queen, ace king, ace queen, jack 10 we can get value from. And gonna fold the king 9 suited here. Ace jack just got there, like he can be calling ace jack of hearts, ace jack of clubs. Either way, we're just going to be barreling and stacking off. Looks like we take it down with the 4s. He had ace 10. And that's probably the worst river in the deck. We just kind of got to check and pray. And looks like we were good. I'm guessing he had something like king queen. He had king 10. That sucks. Really lost a lot of value on that river. But either way, like I said, on the flop, this makes a pretty good check raise considering we're going to get value from all these king X that we unblock. Not going to be 3-betting the ace 10 off. I'm so short now that everyone's just going to be pummeling me because of my $30 bounty. Like this. Not much we can do, to be honest. Looks like we have double ace king, but we're just checking. Looks like there's a $22 happening. Yep, getting pummeled again. Gonna be floating with the ace king. Gonna be min raising the ace queen. Hopefully we don't have to stack off, to be honest. And gonna be folding now. Just gonna be jamming the ace deuce, and ace is good enough. Looks like he really wants my bounty. I don't blame him. I'm trying to see how many more people are left in the 400 people left, and 175 make the money. Would be pretty nice to make 200 bucks today. Looks like we turn a boat in the hyper turbo. Unfortunately, we get a fold. Once again, playing a pretty heavy limp strategy. Pocket 6 is under the gun in an 8 max turbo where there's a lot of short stacks. I'm just going to fold here. I'm going to limp along against this limper here. You could even ISO this hand. We flop top 2. Maybe an ISO plays better. But limping can't be wrong either. And we're just going to be jamming. Hopefully this guy calls and we get his $40 bounty. I don't know if this guy's talking to me. I wasn't paying attention. We're not folding 2 pair here. If he has ace queen, good job. He is the nuts. This might not be the best video, but I'm still going to upload it just because I want to showcase the tournament action. King high is good enough to go with it. He's probably going to call considering he only has like 1 bounty. Flopping a straight here. Yeah, it looks like he really wants it. And looks like he's going to get it. Good for him, man. Looks like we came 49th with $51, so. On this turn, it's not much. I check raise the flop here. And on the turn, it's not the best turn. We shouldn't be betting much in theory, but just want to be denying a lot of equity from the flush draw. And we're not going to fold this, so if he coolers us, good luck. Looks like he has trips and a flush draw. Good luck. And I'm going to be betting heavily in this board. Okay, now that the hyper turbo is over, I think we can focus a bit more on the cash game tables. Gonna open the king 3 suited. We're around 200 away from the money. Hopefully we make it. A min cash would mean a lot. I'm gonna be 3-betting heavily with the king queen. Seeing a 3-bet jam, we can just fold. And gonna be 3-betting here. Looks like we got a hand to go with it. Good luck. Gonna be checking the king queen ace 10. And just gonna be betting very small on the monotone board. Hopefully I'm okay with the fold. And on this turn, we're just gonna be sizing up again. We have the nut flush blocker. It's kind of how we're gonna play our flushes. Need to put a lot of pressure on hands like ace jack, ace 10 suited. Anything with no flush draw basically. Looks like we get cold called by the button, and looks like we're up against a pocket pair. Most likely queens, considering we block all the aces. Hopefully we just run good. Otherwise we can say goodbye to $215. Oh no, it's jacks. And he blocks my outs, so we're probably out of here. That's too bad. Oh well, can't run good forever. Good thing is we just get a chest, since we paid a shit ton of rake in that tournament. Let's see what we get in the chest. So we got 500 star coins and a free roll ticket that I will never use. That's too bad. Our WCOOP journey is over. Normally I'd 3-bet the king queen off. And normally I'd be tempted to cold call here, but maybe we can. I just don't want to cold call and have the pot reopened. Either way, like you know, we made like the $50 off this tournament, so we're only down like $180-ish or something. Yeah. Probably gonna be firing more bullets later. I know there's like a $22 going on. Just want to wait till the late reg is over. Probably gonna have to redeposit soon if I'm gonna keep playing more tournaments. Yeah. Either way, yeah, let's add another table then, because my balance is running pretty low on stars. Get called by a 3-bet. I think I'm going to stick to 3 tables just because I still have the party poker tournaments going on. Going to be checking here. We can't really generate a lot of folds here. He's going to be calling us with like 8s, 9s that we're never going to get folds from. Or ace 9 offsuit, which is pretty wide, I'd say. I think with the 2 overcards and a gut shot, we can be betting pretty frequently. On this turn, I think we want to become more polarized. We can still get fold from something like an 8, like some ace 8, king 8. Even like a 5x will be floating here, so I'm going to go for an overbet here. Looks like we get the fold, pretty fortunate. And with the jack 5, I'm just checking down. Same situation on board 2. We have the gut shot. I think we're just going to go for an overbet as well. Same situation. And we river the nuts. I think we just jam here. Stack a 7. And also like, this is probably like, I don't know if this is the sizing we want to be using as a bluff, but I'm still going to do it. I did a cold call with the pocket 8s, which is not really advised, but I had a feeling, you know. And we do flop top set. We have absolute position here, so I don't think I'm going to be doing much raising on the flop. But I will be doing some betting if it checks to us. I'm going to get 3-bet here. And we need to have 4-bet bluffs. So even though it's like a big 3-bet, we're just going to 4-bet here. Pray he folds. He doesn't. I think we can just check fold now. Now I think we're just going to be betting this turn. A little over half pot. And we're chopping a lot with a lot of ace X on board 1, so I'm just checking it down. Not much we can get value from, to be honest. He has queens. On this river, debating whether I want to just bluff jam this river. I think when we unblock the diamonds, yeah, let's go for it. Gonna get snapped by ace king. I thought that'd be a hand that'd go all in pre. And considering that we blocked ace king, that's why I thought my hand would, like, we're unblocking all the diamond draws. I thought he'd have something like, we block like unblock the diamonds, so gonna have to review that one for sure. Gonna be 3-betting a nit here. Completing with the king 10, just because I've seen this guy do some pretty wild stuff. I think we have too much of an edge post flop to not complete this hand. He's gonna bet pot again. Tempted to fold already, but we just have to go with a read. If he pop bets the river, I think we're just gonna have a clear fold. Gonna fold this time. When he pot bets 3 streets in a row, it's usually like limped aces or something. kind of have a bluff catcher at that point. I think we get to do a lot of betting here, and since we are multi-way and our hand's pretty vulnerable, I'm going to be doing some betting. They both call. Not sure if we want to keep betting this turn now, mainly because he will have things like ace 10, like stronger. Basically, I'm going to be pipped a lot of the time. We see a size up on the turn. I have pocket eights here. He does have a lot of ace X value betting the straight. I think we're going to fold the eights this time. Looks like we get a call. I'm going to guess he has something like ace jack, ace 10, ace 7. That's what I mean. We're never going to get fold from that. So I think our hand just likes to check back, regardless of how much equity we have to deny from the flush draw. Thinking about it more, I might be more inclined to be betting since there is a double flush draw out there. I just thought that their ranges have a lot more ace X that cold calls. So we have 62 more hands to go. Video is getting a bit long. Gonna be calling the pocket threes. We can river a boat and could also be good. Folding against a 3-bet jam here. And checking the threes. And like I said, we could be good. Gonna get squeezed, and I think we just fold. And we're gonna be calling the king, queen 10 suited. And we have to float the flop, of course, with the backdoors and top pair. He should be slowing down on that heart. I think this is a spot where we're mostly checking. We river an awkward 2 pair. I don't think he has a heart though, because I don't think he'd be checking the turn if he did have a heart. We see a big bet. Even though I just said I don't think he has a heart. The reason why I think I'm calling is mainly because I don't think he takes this sizing when he has something like a jack of hearts type of hand. I think he's trying to be more polarized. Yeah, I just don't think he value bets like this with a weaker heart. And he does. Interesting. Makes sense, but I'm a station, what can I say? So we're coming up on the end of the session. and looks like we're not going to be placing on the leaderboard. Looks like we have pocket tens. So let's see how much we're down today. We're down around 2 buy-ins. And we're also down like a ton of money from the WCOOP. Gonna value bet the river. Let's see what he had. He had fours. Okay, thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.